travel in India has changed, right? I remember when we used to travel, at least when I was younger, how we used to travel versus how people travel today. For you, how has this landscape evolved? Let's do it post COVID, so the last 3 years, because pre COVID and post COVID has been dramatically different.
Absolutely.
So, what's happened in the post COVID space with the travel landscape in India?
I can tell you a lot about from the perspective of the younger generation. So the younger generation has become more value driven rather than basing their decisions on the budget. To give you an example, people today are looking for walks and tours and hikes and camping and all of those more than a plain vanilla hotel stay. Uh, People are looking to travel these days more often than they used to before. They're not waiting for any companions, partners, friends, or anyone. They are solo riders. They're traveling even if there's no one to travel with. To give you an example, we have a few hostels in Bangalore. People come to our hostels because we do something called as a pub crawl. That pub crawl gets us people that has become the USP of our Bangalore hostels, where people are looking to be a part of that pub crawl, meet other people, have fun, and then staying in a hostel is a byproduct. So people have changed in the way that they discover the places to stay. For example, social media has helped a lot in identifying places to stay, what events, activities to do over at those places. So a lot of things have changed, and I would say things have changed for better. Hotels now have direct access to guests, so they're less and less dependent on, I would say, B2B agents, or I would say corporates. And as a matter of fact, Hosteller is 100% D2C model, where entire inventory that we have is out there on our website or on our app, and people can book us directly.
So that's quite fascinating. So, do you curate a lot of experiences at all your various hostels? Because I was seeing your website, and Bandardara, for example, has these tents and things like that, which I
Yeah.
thought was very interesting. Do you curate experiences based on the places where you are for the audiences? How does that work?
Absolutely. So whenever we decide to, or whenever we open a hostel, we come up with at least 20 more products around that particular hostel, which can be workshops like yoga mornings, mandala workshops, which can be day tours. For example, in Jaipur, we have a three-fort morning tour, which covers all the three forts which are there in Jaipur. In Goa, we have water sports activities, kayaking, and things like those. So the idea is to give people who come to us a free activity in the afternoon when they check in, right after their check in, in-house activity at night that can range from a live music session to a stand-up comedy session, and game nights, movie nights, open mics, and all of those things. And in the morning, then we have a paid activity which can range from a yoga morning session to a hike or a tour or a walk, and we curate all of it. We have something, a role on in each of the hostel called volunteers, and these are community volunteers. Their job is to interact with people, make their stay fulfilling as much as we can.
And so it's very interesting. So, where do hostels fit in the Gen Z mindset? Is what I want to understand, because you seem to be very focused on your targeting there.
Yeah.
Where do hostels fit, and why? So, of all the learnings that you've had, why do they choose hostels over, let's say, an Airbnb or
Yeah.
another stay?
So, Gen Z or anyone for that matter choose a hostel over any other form of accommodation is because of the social experience that it it brings. Hostels are those places where they meet a lot of people, the other people who are there at the time of their stay. Uh, People generally, or I would say, the world is moving towards real interactions. And hostels are those places where many people find real interactions with other people. For example, two friends traveling to any place. One of them is staying in a hotel where he's dull and boring in his room, and the other is having fun in a hostel and creating stories and uh, reels and all of it. I think the other person is more elevated in terms of his travel experience than his friend, and that is what the difference is. I think it is all about that social element that we bring out.
That's so fascinating, right, for
Yeah.
me, because the whole world says that the Gen Zs are isolated, they're in their technology and in their space, and you're talking about real interactions.
Yes,
Where does that fit for you? Because it's completely at
absolutely.
cross purposes or counterintuitive to
Yeah.
me. So, what works?
So I think yes, you are right. The younger generation is lesser and lesser social when it comes to real interactions, but they are the ones who like to go to places which are clickable, Instagram worthy. They want to elevate their own social digital social profile to
Okay.
and in the hope that that would bring real life experiences and social element in their life, and that is what hostels do. Hostels are definitely those it's a platform where people come for a, a longer form of going for a clubbing or a party or a friend's home for a gathering, where it's like a gathering at the end of it. It's like a carnival at the end of it, where people strangers are meeting and becoming friends for life.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
We'll break with that for the next segment and then we'll
Sure.
come back.
Sure.
This entire generation of Gen Z is a very tech oriented generation, unlike
Absolutely.
the older generation, which is not as digitally savvy. How has digital transformation happened when it comes to discovering? Like you said, everything's there and we're talking directly to our consumers. How has digital transformation changed the way travelers discover
Sure.
hotels, hostels, and your place?
So discoverability has really improved with all these OTAs coming in the frame. OTAs are online travel agents. Earlier, if you remember, at my parents' age, when we used to go for a vacation, my father used to call an agent. He used to
Correct.
book a hotel. He used to book a cab, and that's how we used to travel. However, today everything is available on your fingertip. You can see the pictures, reviews, pricing, amenities, all of it on your mobile. So that's one part of tech where it has helped the entire tourism travel industry as such. Uh, but if I ask you, when did you stay last in a hotel?
All the time,
Yes.
honestly.
So you must have found intercom in your hotel,
Yes.
right? So we have eliminated all of those things. So we are moving towards a humanless reception check-in sort of model,
Oh, wow.
where we have automated contactless check-ins. We have automated room services through phones, where you can place a request, a guy will come to clean your room. You can order food from the app. You can control the lighting and air conditioning and fans and all of it from your phone, and not even being in the hotel. For example, you're out for dinner or a lunch at a restaurant which is nearby the hotel, and you think that you'll reach the hotel in next 15 minutes. You can switch on the AC so that you will find a cool air conditioned room when you reach to your room. That kind of tech and automation we have done to make the guests life seamless. Everything other than let's say room services is also available on their phone, right from booking an airport pickup drop, booking a or renting a car, renting a scooter in a city like Goa, and everything, basically opting for a activity, event, things to do in a city. Everything is there on their fingertip, and that is what has made us lesser dependent on humans at the end of it. Because as I said, we are an operational I would say based model, where we operate all the properties. We realized it early on that tech is something that will help us grow, bring scale to the business, And I think it has over the last few years. People love the tech that we have built. People find it very seamless, and that's the way forward.
And which aspects, so I just want to understand, in which aspects of the business do you find technology intervention the most critical for your business?
So I think it is about guest communication. We host almost 80,000 people every month,
Wow.
and we do not have a call center, no customer care number, no callers, receivers on our end, and we are a zero call phone call company. We have digitized every possible question that a guest can have, right from how to reach, what are the timings, what's the weather, will I get this or that. Everything is automated, so it has reduced that dependency on call center for the guest, and everything is there on their phone. They can scroll through, find all the answers to their questions, and that has helped us scale also, because what we found early on was a repetitive set of questions and queries that used to come from the guest, and which is what we have automated, and it has brought the scale that we desired.
That's absolutely fantastic. So, no customer service
Yes.
or call center.
Yes.
Have you ever had a guest come and tell you, I wish you had a customer service or a call center?
Yes, absolutely. We do that. I would say 2 out of 100 definitely come and tell us that we don't want anything to do with on the phone. We want a human to interact with. But see, I'll tell you, any business builds for the 98% percent of the guest. There'll always be 2% who then we go back to the traditional way of hosting and servicing. That's never gone, and that's never going to be vanished. But yes, when you solve for 98% of the audience, it makes your task much easier.
That's going to be a big learning for SMEs, I'm quite sure, because a lot of them must be investing in customer support and in technology around customer support. I'm just trying to understand, is this primarily because you have a younger audience who is extremely digital savvy that allows you to do away with customer service? Or do you think that there is something else which is driving this no need for customer support?
No, so I would say that's one factor. Our audience is digitally active. They are always on their phone, social media, and everywhere else, and they love newer inventions, newer applications in terms of whatever they choose. However, the world has really advanced in the last few years with AI coming in, with I would say human based replies which are generated through AI, through training, through repetitive learning, and the world has now slowly and gradually adopted a contactless communication in a lot of sense. But yes, younger generation are the early adopters of such a thing, and I believe in other I would say SME world, people will definitely move towards this. uh, I would say client servicing, relationship management, everything will become automated, because people want a standard reply, a reply that a communication that solves their purpose. And if not, then obviously there will be a human backbone at the end of it, where people can get their queries resolved via a human. But yes, if it solves 95% of the queries, it's a win at the end of the day.
So that's fascinating. So tell me how much of, and you may refuse to answer this question, but what kind of tech investments happen in your business?
From the point of view of tech investment, we have a very uh, intelligent tech team headed by a CTO. We early on built this team because we knew that if we have to scale and host lakhs of people every month, then we would require all of these things. So early on, we invested heavily on a website, on a web app that we have developed. We are working on a mobile app. To be very honest, from the point of view of investment, tech does not require too much of monetary investment, but time investment. You need a good team, and you need a good strategy on what to build, and if you can see the future, maybe if you can see 3-4 years ahead, you'll build it from today, and that is going to help you in the longer term.
So, one of the challenges that a lot of SMEs and entrepreneurs have is identifying,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So, one is putting money behind the tech, but the second big challenge is how do I identify what the right tech is? How do I know that this is the tech that I should be going with?
Sure.
How did you solve for that?
So I'll tell you, we in our business have a lot of data that we need to study. We used to do those things in Excel. So this is my advice to a lot of entrepreneurs who are probably not that tech advanced as of today. That whatever you do on Excel, try to automate it. It's very easy. You don't have to you save a lot of time in those repetitive tasks that you do every day. And that's what we did. We analyze a lot of data from the point of view of pricing, quality, attached for different tasks, and everything is now automated. It's available at a click of a button. It makes our life easy in terms of analyzing that particular data, giving and gives us the real insight that we want. Uh, so one thing is your data. You need to automate that. The other thing is, someone said that if you have to do 48 hours task in 24 hours, then you need to automate or delegate the tasks, right? And automation is through tech. And someone or anyone who needs to solve for their work, solve their work, and do more in lesser hours, they need to realize, or they need to identify initially that the task that they are doing repetitively and every day, if they can be automated or not. I think that's a very good start point for anyone to build a tech team, to think about tech, and to develop tech eventually.
And did you depend on tech partners, as in external companies or large companies, to guide you through the process of implementing tech? Or did you kind of
So
figure your way
So
around it?
luckily, my background is tech, not entirely, but yes, I'm an engineer. I understand tech. I understand logics. We did not really partner with, I would say, any big tech companies, but we do take support of a lot of tech based applications. We grew from working with third party apps, applications, softwares, and then slowly learned how they worked, how we can improve it, how we can custom build it as per the business needs, and that was the way forward that we took. But yes, I think without tech we can't solve for scalability.
My last question for
Sure.
today's conversation, really, and I could keep going at it, but this is my last question for you. What is your do big mantra for young entrepreneurs who are planning to enter the travel space or the hospitality or the experience economy space?
Sure. Okay, one big mantra for anyone who's looking to enter into hospitality is that do it right, don't do it big. Uh, do it right because your foundation has to be correct. Even if you operate one hotel, one travel agency, one destination, do it nicely, because that's what builds the brand. If five people coming to one hostel will speak good about that particular hostel or their experience, it will spread to 50 other people. And then once you will open the second or the third or the fourth, it will help you in that longer period. So we speak with a lot of investors. We tell them we'll do 500 hostels in 5 years, 200 hostels in 5 years, and all they also come back and say to us that nobody is going to remember you after 50 years, whether you did 500 hostels in 5 years or 10 years, but they'll remember you for the fact that you did that correctly or not. So my advice is take it slow. It's not a race. uh, Build from the first, second, third, and onwards, and I think that's going to build a better brand than anyone who's doing at a faster pace.
That's fantastic advice.
Thank you.
Very counter to what the whole world tells you, that when
Yes.
venture capitalists come in, it's all about
Yes.
growth and how rapidly you can grow. So that's amazing advice.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Pranav, for being with us here today on the Do Big podcast. An absolute pleasure having you here.
Thank you. Thank you, Sheila.